Good morning. I'm doing another garden. I call it stand spot this morning. Not able to get into the woods at the moment. Here's Trevor eating his breakfast. And begonias. Just show you what's in my garden before I update you on things. There's some beautiful dahlias still. And got the massive nasturtium leaves, lavender, this gorgeous rose. Now here's a rosebud about to burst open. The original bush was on my allotment, and I left my allotment 3 years ago now. Dug the bush up and tried to replant it in the garden, but it died. But fortunately I had a cutting that survived. This was my favourite bush. It was the first rose that Jan bought me. Well, the first rose I owned actually, so it's delightful seeing it still thriving. And it is beginning to thrive and look like a bush, so that's great. It's decidedly autumnal now. Things are starting to die back, but these gourds, the leaves especially, are just really interesting. They did start to bear fruit, but they've been eaten. It's too late in the season now to kind of really develop, but I think the slugs and the snails help themselves to those. And this is my tomato plant. Oh wow, I've got a very small squash, I think it is here, little green one. So that's today's little gift. Tomatoes, had a lovely handful from those yesterday. Might get a nice handful of green ones. Looks like Trevor's on his way in. Oh dear. Let's see if he wants to have any more. These geraniums, looking a bit bedraggled. I neglected them a little bit this year. Are actually well over 20 years old. I was given them in Brighton by another lady called Jackie, who had an allotment in top of Elm Grove in Brighton. And I've kept them all these years, so near 30 years. I've just taken a cutting of one of them as well. These are my lemon trees. One of them, I've got 3, and I grew those from a seed in 2016, so these are nearly 10 years old. I've had flowers on a few times, but I've never had fruit again because I think they're pot bound. There's just not the room, unfortunately. I care for them as best I can. Before Trevor does a run, I'll just show these white roses. Some beautiful white roses there, look. So I think that's all I've got to show you for now. Anyway, what can I say? In terms of what's going on with Jan, my partner, I don't know basically. I'm so confused, so distressed about it all. I spoke to her a couple of days ago, and apparently I was told when she first went into hospital over a week ago now that there'd be a care package put in place. And apparently that's no longer happening anymore. Apparently they deem her fit to come home and be independent. Wonder why that is. Because there's somebody here to make sure she's not going to collapse and leave any of the appliances on. So the doctors haven't kept me informed at all. I've spoken to 3 different doctors who all promised that they'll keep me informed and consulted, and that I'd have a say. But no, absolutely nothing. So it's fairly obvious that my needs count for nothing in this. The fact that I can't cope also is irrelevant. So it's all very, very, very distressing. So I'm just scared, so scared of what the future holds. But the director of the Peace Garden where I work referred me to a oh dear, there's a cat poo there. Oh God, I'll get rid of that. Don't want him eating that. Referred me to this line where they can support me in this relationship and help me to find a way out. But I've heard it all before. I mean, people try their best, but all it is referrals. Don't hear anything. I phoned to put myself onto a I didn't think there was a waiting list, but obviously there might be. A dementia carer support charity. Over a week ago, I've heard absolutely nothing from them. But it's just like you don't get anywhere. And you realise with horror that there is no help unless you've got money and family and friends, and some people don't have that. That kind of support. And I've got friends, but not one of them has really kind of offered me any, or not even any words of solace really, or anything. But I think that's kind of what happens when people get ill, or I don't know, I don't understand it myself, but anyway. Always found another leaf here. There's what's it called? Oh, I'll tell you another time. Sorry, my brain's like a sieve. Yeah, Trevor often finds different plants to eat, and the vet said that they're really good at knowing what's not good for them, so I don't worry too much. This is why I don't mow the lawn. A, we haven't got a mower. B, I don't have time, but it's good for the tortoise. um, yeah, and then the other big news is that, I've just seen some dandelions. He loves dandelions. Dandelions are really good for tortoises. There you go. Good boy, Trevor. Yeah, he's got some pellets with fruit and vegetables in, but, well, weeds, but not the same, are they, Trevor? Just taking a seat here. Yeah, so somehow I've managed to do some reading and preparation for starting my master's degree tomorrow in green building. Going to attempt it by distance, and I've told them in honest detail about what I'm going through at the moment, and they've been really supportive, and I want to just attempt it. Sometimes I get just the thought of borrowing this money just doesn't sit right some days, and I doubt myself. I met the other students online 4 or 5 days ago, and they're all really, really accomplished and in the field that I'm studying, and a lot of them have got 2 degrees, already got masters. It's 15 of us, so I already feel like the weakest link, but I'm just trying to tell myself that I do have something to offer. And apparently there are loads of professional musicians there, both lecturers, staff and students, and one of the green building students who was doing the masters in green building got a dissertation, and they were a professional musician. So, and some people have never studied green building before or been to university, I've been reassured, so I'm going to give it a go. I've come this far, and I've tried to establish some boundaries and just say, even though I'm not in Wales, I need this time and space next week just to attend lectures. There's a whole intensive week of training. Lectures and stuff next week. Fortunately, they're going to be recorded. Some of them, they're kind of broadcast live from the Centre for Alternative Technology next week. But if there is an emergency or I have to attend to something, I can catch up. So that's about it. And I've got into a nice routine with the pets. They like routine. Just cats especially respond to it. They seem to know the times. You know, what time I get up, what time I go to bed, and it's important to have this routine, and they've been really good. Gradually cleaning the house, getting all the washing done, just doing a job a day, and that feels really good. But as things stand, I just don't know from day to day whether Jan's going to be home or not. Nobody's telling me anything, including Jan. So it's really hard just to put any boundaries down because of the judgment and the disapproval and the misunderstanding. You know, I've been putting Jan first for months now, working around it without any thought from me. You know, I'm just expected to be here without support. So as far as I'm concerned, next week is about me. She's in the best place. She's been supported and fed and watered, and which is more than what I am at the moment. But yeah, some people don't get it and they can just do one, as far as I'm concerned. It's glorious out here, it really is. To be honest, that jogger, the psycho jogger, has put me off going to the forest. I think I mentioned it on my last video. Really frightening. And these people tend to go there every day, so there's a couple of people I try and avoid there, actually. But yeah, just focusing day to day, and I think I've still got a lot of reading to do. I haven't quite managed to get enough reading done, I don't think, for the module, but the main thing was that I read most of the books on the main texts on green building. I haven't quite finished those either, but worked really hard. Got a general idea. But I think today I want to just catch up on my personal blog. That's always really important to me, just to get my head straight. 2 months behind on that. And it just helps me gather my thoughts. And I think I've done enough for tomorrow, really. And then interspersed with study, I'm playing the piano and absolutely loving it. And it's keeping me calm, because I'm just so stressed. It's unbelievable. And doing yoga, making time for that is so important. And when you're studying, you get into this territory of marks and passes and merits and distinctions. And as far as I'm concerned, so long as I pass right now, I'd be happy. And you get to my age and things like that are just not important anyway. I'd like to obviously achieve my masters to the best of my ability, but given what I'm going through, I think it's a miracle that I'm even contemplating it still. So anyway, Trevor loves the garden. Yeah, if it's even possible, I feel I've got even closer to my animals this past week. Got to know them even better. There's a massive clump of dandelions there, Trevor. So anyway, I'm going to... had a few new subscribers recently. Thank you. I'm guessing they're for music side of things. Must do a few more music videos, but with all this AI bollocks nicking your work and that, I'm a bit reluctant. But if nothing else, these videos are really helping me at the moment. So I'll leave you with that image of the sun in the little fig tree there. Okay, take care. And thanks for watching and liking. It's lovely. Thank you. Bye.